Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. The Cobra Mk5 then. What do we think about that? I would be remiss if I didn't turn around and say I was a little bit disappointed. Not with the way the ship looks or the size of the ship. Well, perhaps the size of the ship. But a Cobra? Do we really need another Cobra in this game? Do you know what I'm saying? Do we really need another medium-sized ship? I think it's going to have to be absolutely astounding to get people out of the Mandalay, to get people out of the other medium ships they've grown to love. It's going to have to be a faster ship, a sleeker ship, a more heavily armed ship, and not what I mean what they did with the Cobra Mk4, which is like add an additional hardpoint. It's going to be able to jump further, so we can assume it's going to be Super Cruise overcharged tuned. All these things are going to have to come together with Frontier and Elite Dangerous to get people out of their existing ships. Because the Python Mark II, yeah, I get it, it looks something. And then the Type 8, nothing else like it in-game. The Mandalay, yeah, very good, lovely, designed. This does look like someone's taken a Viper and mashed it into the ground with the nose. No disrespect to the art department, I get it, because the nose of that does look very reminiscent of the original Cobra, and to keep some of the original design features I think is really good. I like the angular aspect of it, like the fact it looks like a stealth fighter or a stealth bomber. Just, do we still really need another medium ship? I mean, we're getting one, whether we like it or not. I'm just saying. Which of you commanders are disappointed with this? I am a little bit disappointed. I don't know what I was expecting. I think perhaps I was expecting something on the more grandiose scale to top off the year. I think it is fitting though, given the fact it's 40 years of Elite and 10 years of Elite Dangerous, that the original iconic ship as flown by Commander Jameson himself would be reimagined in a form. To be honest with you, some people on the stream were saying, "Ooh, I really want a Cobra Mk5," and I kind of dismissed it, thinking, "Nah, it'll never be a Cobra Mk5. That no, they'll do something completely different." The more I look at it, I like the engines at the back, a complete different direction to what the engines on the original ship are. The swept wing aspect of things, from that angle, does look nice. I mean, these are all artist renditions, right? It's an artist sketch. That's something we got to be aware of. We can't really allude to how many hard points it's got. It's a medium ship. It would have to have, I suppose, a large and some mediums to make it worthwhile for people to jump in it. The cockpit setting, I think, is nice. Reminds me a little bit of a Klingon battle cruiser. Do you know what I'm saying? Klingons. You've got the pilot directly in the middle on the console. None of this side-by-side business that we're currently useful on so many ships from the Elite Dangerous galaxy. Still says Viper Mark IV to me from that angle right there. It's strange, isn't it? The more I look at it, the more I'm thinking, yeah. The big question is really, at this stage, there have been 3 ships. The Python, the Type 8, the Mandalay, and now the Cobra Mk5. Is there going to be a Cobra Mk6 in the future? Cobra Mk23? Cobra Mk14? You know, we got the Crate Mark II, the Python Mark II. Okay, we got the Type 8, but they are different ships. The Cobra Mk5 is now the 5th iteration of the Cobra line. Perhaps the most ship to have the most iterations in the game so far. Are we going to have a, let me see, I don't know, a Viper Mk5 next year? Is that an option? I don't know. What are you all thinking about this? I mean, it looks like an attack craft. They have it pegged as a multi-role craft. Is it going to be good for the new commander? What about the old Cobra Mk3? Are those going to be redundant and seen on scrapyards now? Virtual scrapyards in-game? Perhaps they should be. What about the Cobra Mk4? The elitism of those commanders who were backers and got given a Cobra Mk4, which you can't buy in-game. Well, I suppose they still pretty much are like those classic car drivers that you get bombing around in their Austin Healys and, little kit cars. Lording it up over you as you look down with them from your SUV. It's a weird thing, isn't it? Very weird thing. The Cobra Mk5, everybody. The Cobra Mk5. I mean, I was kind of hoping for something else. I don't know what, but I kind of was. So like I say, it's going to have a large hardpoint. It's going to have a lot of medium hardpoints. Probably at the expense of perhaps a small hardpoint, in my opinion. It's going to have to give those players something to get out of their Mandalay for. That's what I think. I wonder what next year will bring in regards to Elite Dangerous. What other ship variants, if any, will we be seeing? Will we look back at this time in October 2024 and look at the Cobra Mk5 and say, golden times, as you fly around in that Sidewinder Mark II, that Eagle Mark III, the Viper Mark V, the Type 11. Who knows? A different design. Something I think is going to grow on people. But the big question is, how many people are actually going to spend the ARX to buy one? Or just wait for it to appear in game? Who knows? Only time will tell. Let me know in the comments what you think. I've been Ricardo, and these have been my honest first impressions. See you soon.